This episode of Global TV Talk Show is brought to you by
The Bridge School, the accredited international online private school of choice, at bridgek12.org.
Porch Light Rental and Destination Services. Reduce renter lump sum or managed relocation costs. Find them at porchlightrental.com.
CubeMonk, featuring the world's first smart cube. Welcome to the future of moving and relocation at cubemonk.com.
Primestone Partners, featuring corporate, government, and developer housing solutions. Find them at primestonepartners.com.
And by Airs. With our full range of services, we can help design and manage your international relocation. Find us at airs.com. And by International Auto Source. We are the vehicle experts for expats, featuring all major brands of automobiles. On the web at intlauto.com.
Welcome to the meeting room at Global TV Talk Show, a broadcast service of globalbusinessnews.net.
Now, here's your host, Ed Cohen.
Hi, this is Ed Cohen in San Diego, California, your broadcast host on Global TV Talk Show. This is a business service of globalbusinessnews.net. We invite you to go and visit, learn more. It's a resource. Google Analytics has been measuring traffic or page views on that site for a long time, since '03, and they say it's over a million, 1.2 million reader page views. So if you can believe that, well, there's a lot of people out there who are looking at this thing. So our special guest today, currently, is Johanna Lindström, and she's a mobility professional based in the Nordics in Sweden. So let's say hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So right now it's a little after 9 a.m. here in California, and where you are, it's what time?
It's 6 o'clock in the evening.
Okay. And so it's dinner time for you guys, so I know that you
Yes.
have to jump out real quick. It's quite all right. So tell us about your role and the company you're involved with, and specifically what is your responsibility?
Well, actually, right now I'm in between jobs, but
Okay.
I've been in the moving industry since 2005, more or less, and mainly been working with the Volvo since that's
Yeah.
the major thing in Sweden.
Yeah, I bet. Well, and a great product. So let me ask
It
you, were you involved in the mobility management of people? Talent pipeline, mobility management?
I was mainly involved with just the moving part, like the actual moving of the household goods.
Yeah.
And there was someone else in Volvo doing all the talent program things.
Yeah.
And then when it was time for the employee to move, we just got the order and we started working.
Yeah. Okay. And so you set it all up and coordinated it all.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's
From
great.
just from the survey and all the way through.
So I want you to use this occasion, these few minutes that we have together today, to talk about yourself and what kind of position you would like to do and that perfect company that you'd like to work for.
Well, Sweden is a very small market when it comes to global mobility and international moving. There are not that many companies around here, which makes it kind of difficult when you end up in between two jobs, pretty much. So my hopes are that the one good, or a few things coming out of the COVID situation is that more companies will open up for a remote worker, so that I could be employed by another company in another country, but still spend a lot of time in Sweden, but also travel once that's actually possible again.
Yeah.
And I would prefer something working with partners or another managerial position, because I've been doing the coordination, I've been doing the management, sort of. So I know the whole process,
Yeah,
and I
good.
think I have lots more to give.
So mobility is basically shut down.
Yeah, it's not a lot going on right now, from what I
Right.
hear from my contacts.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I can introduce you to some people, some that you may already know. Uh,
Absolutely.
and I also want to invite you to consider, and I'll send you information. We are producing a special program on November 19,
Okay.
and one of my co-hosts is Lena Regdal.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
you know
her.
her? Yeah.
Yes.
So she is helping me orchestrate this, and
Okay.
so I want you to be my guest on the program,
Mm-hmm.
and there'll be several people.
Yeah.
And one of our themes is a Nordic Christmas time,
Oh,
and of course a touch of mobility always, but
yeah.
because that's our networking thing. But
Mm-hmm.
I want to invite you to consider inviting one or two of your friends or people who you know in different companies from around Europe.
Mm.
Want to try to focus on Nordic countries, of course, but anybody can go.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm here in Southern California and I want to go. So we'll do it virtually today or then. So same time of day.
Mhm.
I'll send you the information.
Sounds good.
Good.
I'm
So
in.
have you had a chance to look at our site at all and our page? Did you look at the variety of information? And if you have any questions, feel free to ask now or in a follow-up email. So the purpose of this program uh, is to provide a vehicle, a platform for you and others who are looking for the next position for whatever the reason, it doesn't matter to me, and use this as a free service to talk about your personal brand. You know, who are you, and
Yeah.
what do you want to do? You know, some things you want to talk privately, I'm sure, but uh, the personal contact that you have with people who are relocating, we know that people who are relocating are in a stressful position. And so, uh, what tips have you learned to do? You know, what's the secret sauce to taking care of people in a way that calms them down and gets them to understand the process more?
Well, I actually have the benefit of having been an expat kid when I was younger. And I've also been away on an exchange year in the US in high school, and one in Canada during my university studies. And I also worked in France. So I know what it's like to leave the comfort of your home country. I know what it is, what it feels like to get to somewhere and you don't know anyone, you don't know about pretty much anything. And most of my travels were well to US, Canada, and France and Holland as well, were before the internet. So it wasn't that easy to actually find information and Google stuff and be like, why is this happening? You just had to figure it out. And that's the good thing about now, that you could actually Google everything.
Yeah,
But it's also very good to have someone you could just send a text or call and say what's going on.
right,
And I've learned that you just need to listen to people.
right.
Sometimes they just need to yell at someone, and sometimes that happens to be me. I've had a lot of customers yell at me, but that just because they had so much frustration in them that they actually just needed to get it out. And I happen to be the one who picks up the phone. But yeah, just walk them through the process and listen. And but not just listen, but like really listen to actually hear what they're saying. Because sometimes they might be talking about something, but you can hear there's something else that it's bugging them. So you just let them talk, and eventually the whole thing will just, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, calm down.
Yeah.
So, have you experience in dealing with families who are relocating with kids, and their school is disrupted, the schooling, the education is crazy making, you know? So, you know, what is new with that? You know, how does that work?
Well, I haven't really been that much involved with the actual schools and stuff like that, but I had been talking to the parents who are all upset about everything, and including schools. And once again, it's just listen and let them talk, and let them know that you're there to help if there's anything you can do.
Yeah. So I mentioned that because one of our presenters is an online education school. All right, that's been in business 20 years. And they have partnerships with schools and organizations around the world, not just in the US. And we're doing a broadcast tomorrow
All right.
at around the same time with our guests, the people who are running this online school. They've been in business 20 years and fully accredited. And I'm very happy to send you the link if you want to tune back in tomorrow and just see what's going on in that regard. Who knows? You may find it interesting and helpful to you as you get yourself into the new now. That's what I call the new now. And there's nothing normal, so we call it the new now. Right. So do you live in the city or you live in the countryside?
I live, well, sort of in a suburb, but still very close to the city.
Yeah.
It's 6 kilometers. I'm not quite sure, like 4 miles, I think.
Yeah, about.
But yeah. And my kids, the school that they go to, actually the next door neighbor is a stable with lots of horses. So we're in the city, but right on the countryside as well.
Oh, you're lucky. That's great.
Yeah.
Well,
and I can actually see Denmark from more or less from the house. It's just a short, like also like 4 miles or something like that of water dividing us. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, really a close relationship.
Yeah. And previously I worked for a Danish company. So whenever I would go to headquarters, I would have to take the ferry, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's great. So we have family in Copenhagen. Yeah, on Joanne's side, and we communicate on Facebook, and you know, so they're very interesting. They've been here, we've been over there a couple of times, and we've been in Stockholm as well one time. Yeah, one time, and then
Did you
another
like
time.
it?
Yeah, it was good. Just would love to travel and learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, this has been really good. I thank you for your time here. I know you need to take care of your family. So I'll send you information about upcoming programs, and I welcome you to come in anytime. You never know, you might make some connections.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, thank you, Johanna. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Thank you for joining us in the meeting room at Global TV Talk Show.
Have a wonderful day, and stay safe.